with winter coming, we need to bring all of our houseplants in for the season. And you know, the number one thing that happens with houseplants is watering, and I think a lot of us can overwater them during the season. So we have some products here that'll help you not overwater your plants. This first one here is a container from Ella, and what's great about it is it has a little reservoir at the bottom that collects the extra water, so it's not keeping those roots really saturated. And then at the bottom there is a plug, so if you do want to use it conventionally, you can take out that plug and it'll drain. This other one is kind of cool. It's from Plant Nanny, and all you do is need an extra wine bottle that you probably have in your recycle, and then it has a clay stopper like this. So what you do is you put the water in the wine bottle, and then you put the clay holder there and you invert it and you put it into the pot. And so what happens is it'll wick the water into the bottom of the root ball, and it'll keep those roots nice and moist at the bottom of the container, because that's where you really want to have those roots nice and moist.
Now, Plant Nanny also gives us another one. This one's a little bit even more upscale. It's the same concept. You have the little terracotta pick there, and then the glass ball has just got an open end. You fill that with water and do the same thing. And you can tell when you need to refill on both of these because the top will be empty. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, well, you know, I don't want to spend a lot of money. I just want to do this at home. We even have that idea. You just take an old plastic water bottle and a very small drill bit, not a big one, and then you just simply drill one hole into that. The only reason you do one is because if you do two or more, it drains too quickly, and you don't want that to happen. Now, this is a more upscale, high-tech, really fancy-looking contraption. It's from Lechuza, and what we're going to do is take a break, and then we'll tell you more about this because we're going to plant it up so you can see just how it looks. So here we are now with the Lechuza self-watering container, and we wanted to give you a little bit more information about this. Now, this container actually comes with a plug. That is for when you're using them outdoors and it gets too much water and then it will overflow. It does that by that handy little tube you see there. If the water level rises above that, it just simply drains out. Be sure that when you bring these back in for the winter though, that plug is there because you don't want it draining out into your house anywhere. The next thing you do is just fill in with a little bit of water first, because it takes about 2 liters to fill the base up anyway, so we're just going to make that a little easier to do. The next step is this wonderful thing. Now, this is actually where the plants will be planted. It sets right in the bottom like that, and then this odd little scientific contraption actually is a water meter. You slide it in and you could see the movement of the little red bar. That will tell you a maximum and a minimum, so it tells you when you need to add more water. Then this also comes with this container, and it's just some gravel. And we just pour that in all along the bottom, flatten it out a bit like that, and that is just to assist with the drainage of the plant. And then I'm going to let Judy do the next step, which is the planting.
I get the dirty part. Well, we got some beautiful poinsettias out at Al's Garden Center, and so, you know, these can be really difficult to water. So I think this is really going to help us all Christmas time this year. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it out of this pot. And, you know, poinsettias can be a little fragile. Ooh, we did break one, but, you know, that happens sometimes, but, you know, the plant is going to be just fine. So you're just going to take it out of the pot, gently put it in. And if you have to move the soil around, that's okay. And we're planning on 2 in this pot because it just works well with this configuration. If it's a bigger pot, smaller pot, you just have to adjust what kind of plant you're going to put in it.
And it looks great already.
Yeah, and then we're just going to fill in. We have some black gold potting soil here just to fill in between these 2 pots. And it's really an easy thing, isn't it, William?
It really is. And then after all of this is done, the next and final step is, of course, just watering them in. And I'm going to do that just by pouring a little water from our pitcher right into them.
Oh, that's looking really pretty.
And then what will happen is as you water it, you want to make sure that you soak it down really well this first time. And then if the meter on your thing here, on the thermometer of the thing doesn't show that it's full, go ahead and pour more in the bottom until that actually rises all the way up to the maximum level.
And if you need any of these wonderful products, you can go to any of your independent garden centers that can assist you with these self-watering products.
So self-watering containers, it's a great way to keep your houseplants looking beautiful all winter long.